Hi, I'm Jessica and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about showing versus telling, but with a twist. And then the second one beats me. I don't remember what I told you about there. Sounds fun? Sounds confusing. I know. I'll explain.
Mom was angry.
So for those of you who have not been reading your dictionaries, so today is going to be a writing exercise that you can go along with me, or you can just watch me do it. That's fine too. Appreciate you watching. Today what we're going to do is we are going to take a different look at showing versus telling. Maybe give a little bit more value to showing versus telling. So I've done a couple of videos about showing versus telling before. The first one was just to explain the difference between the two and to kind of give you some examples of how to turn one into another. And then the second one beats me. I don't remember what I told you about there, but you guys probably remember better than I do because I have a brain full of other things. And today we are going to do a writing exercise that I probably didn't invent, but it feels like I invented it because I haven't heard anyone really talking about this exercise. So go get your pencil, your paper, text your bestie, whatever you want to do, however you want to do this, and let's get to it. I'm going to explain. So today's prompt / exercise is going to involve both showing and telling. In order to prove to your own self that showing versus telling is a valuable tool, we will be writing a scene where our showing directly contradicts our telling. Sounds fun? Sounds confusing. I know. I'll explain. So, for example, in my showing versus telling video, I had this one scene. Mom was angry.
My first telling is Mom was angry. Okay? And now I have to create a sentence out of that, or like a paragraph that shows you that Mom is angry, as opposed to telling you Mom is angry. Okay? Here it is. Mom never cooked. She would buy amazing home-style meals from various restaurants and supermarkets, careful to create variety and maintain a healthy lifestyle. We all knew that. Mom cleaned, made sure that the house was in order, but cooking was not something she did. Except tonight. Tonight, the big copper pots were cluttering the stove. Flour was scattered over the aesthetic measuring cups, and a broken plate lay swept up in a hasty pile by the door. I should have known better than to enter the kitchen, but some macabre desire pulled me in before I could think. Mom's face was a molten red as she slammed another pan onto the ornate stovetop, muttering about undependable men and the stupid ideas they get in their heads. She didn't even see me as she flipped on the burner, barely waiting for the flames to flicker on before she stabbed the butter and flung a chunk into the poor mistreated saucepan. Are you getting angry? I feel like I'm giving angry. I hope this is giving angry.
Now, if I took that example and I reversed it kind of, like all of the showing was exactly the same as what I wrote it in the second example, like the modified part. But instead of saying Mom was angry, I say Mom was overjoyed, right? And then you just put little mentions. Oh yeah, there's the shattered plate, there's this, there's that, there's the other thing. Mom was so happy that Aunt Flora was coming, or you can play around with it. I might, not saying I will, but I might put it here like fixed with the contradictions. But just think about it. Don't you feel so much more empowered when you figure things out before your characters figure them out, and they're like not obvious things? They don't look obvious, but you figured them out and you're like, oh, I'm so good at this. I am like author level, it's always great. That's like the best feeling. Okay, it's not the best feeling, but it's such a good feeling. So that example that I just gave you should give you more or less an idea of what we're going to be doing here. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick two opposing emotions. So this could be love and envy. This could be hatred and joy. This could be, you pick it. What my two emotions that I'm going to be choosing are excitement and lethargy. So for those of you who have not been reading your dictionaries, lethargy is basically when someone is like tired. They're lethargic. They're like not moving around. They're kind of lazy. They don't want to move. I'll put the definition right here so that those of you who haven't been reading your dictionaries like a school book and me can read the definition and feel very smart. So excitement versus lethargy, these two don't go very well together because obviously if you're excited, or at least if I'm excited, and any of my friends will vouch for this, if I'm excited, I'm chatty, I'm bubbly, I'm talkative, I'm moving around, I'm the Energizer Bunny on steroids. Like it's crazy. And when I'm lethargic, I'm obviously not those things. When I'm lethargic, I might talk, but I'm like talking like a bit more lazy-like. I might be giving weird, like I might be not thinking before I speak, which I mean, that happens in general also, to be honest with you. But yeah, I might be like not thinking, just saying random things. And then especially my sister will be like, Jessica, what? So yeah, bear that in mind. I'm going to take these two emotions, I'm going to put them against each other. I haven't decided which one I'm going to make the showing and which one I'm going to make the telling yet. I think I'm going to... Ooh, I could go either way really well. Like, I feel like it could be super fun either way, but let's see which one I do. I'm just going to get my laptop and we'll get into it. Okay, so what do we think? I don't know how well I did there, but I think you got the idea, and I would love to hear from you. How did it go? How did you enjoy it? Comment down below if you tried this. Now, the person that I am, if the narrator said one thing and all the actions are saying another thing, I'd probably still half and half believe the narrator, because I just have this tendency to do things like that. Like, I can clearly see that Johnny is angry because his shoulders are hunched and he's like glaring at people. But the narrator says he's happy, so maybe the narrator just knows better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know Johnny personally, do I? Like, narrator knows Johnny. Narrator must be right, right? Okay, so that's just me. Most people are not like this. I hope, I think, I have no idea actually. Let me know. Are most people like that, where if the narrator says something and the actions are saying something else, they'll still believe the narrator because they are like, well, the narrator knows better? If you're like that, let me know. And I mean, like, okay, this sort of writing style of like having the narrator or another character looking at a situation and misinterpreting it according to what's going on. This is actually not an uncommon thing, I feel like. I know Jane Austen is prolific in it, especially in books like Pride and Prejudice and Emma and things like the misinterpretation that they do, those characters, is sometimes very funny. And honestly, I just love it because usually she will have some character who's got some sort of a bias in their mind, seeing something happening, usually like across the room, and they can't quite hear what's going on, but they have an idea, they think they know. And then Jane Austen will give you that same scene from the other character's perspective, and it's like literally the opposite or completely different, and you're just like, yeah, okay, that makes a bit more sense according to the characters are. You know what I'm saying? So it's really funny. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you had a lot of fun and enjoyed watching me put together this example, and that your examples went really well as well. So let me know if they did, let me know if they didn't, or if you have any other questions or video suggestions, honestly. So love you guys lots, and thanks for watching.